Okay, so hello guys. So I am redoing this video. I made a mistake in this problem, so I'm gonna redo it. Let me just go ahead and clear this out. Oh, and actually, so this is our problem we have here. This is like with distributive property. It's a linear equation, so we want to solve this equation for x, and I forgot to do one thing here. I literally forgot to put this as times, not Times New Roman, oh my god, this one. So I did this previously in a different video, I just did it right now, but I made a mistake, so I'm redoing it. So you have to be careful with this because basically we're doing with fractions, right? And when we're dealing with fractions, it becomes very messy and it becomes very difficult to manipulate, etc., right? So I'm going to try to explain step by step my method of solving this equation, and probably, just do my best to explain it as best as I can. So here, we're basically going, and I'm going to actually rewrite this. The way that I rewrite these kind of problems is I always like to put my x on the top of the fraction. So negative 3x over 2 plus 1, and then minus 7/3 times negative 2x over 3 plus 5 over 2. And then this is equal to negative 22 over 3. I made a tiny mistake when I was distributing, and this is exactly why you have to be careful when you're doing these, because when you do distributive property, you have to make sure that you distribute it to every part. So here, we're first going to distribute this to this, okay? So number one, distributive property, right? Distributive property. So this becomes 9 over 4x, and then minus 3 over 2, right? This is what we have for this. And then we're just going to we're going to do distributive property over here. Now, here's a negative and a negative, right? It becomes positive. So we're going to say plus, it's going to be 14x over 9, and then minus, because we're distributing it to the 5 halves, minus, it's going to be 7/3 times 5 halves, so minus 35 over 6. And this is going to be equal to negative 22 over 3. Now, we do distributive property on both of these, right? Which is exactly what we did, right? This is what we came up with this one, and for this one, we came up with this, right? So now our goal is to combine like terms, and that is going to be the third step. So, or the second step, excuse me. So, so basically, again, just distributive property. Distributive property. Okay. And number 3 will be to combine like terms. Okay. So my like terms here, and again, I'm going to rewrite it the following way. 9x over 4, and I have a 14x over 9, right? So I'm going to just kind of label, I have this and this that I can combine because they're like terms. So I have plus 14x over 9. So let me rewrite it this way. 9x over 4 plus 14x over 9. And then I also, so I have this and this, Then I also have this and this. So it's going to be minus 3 halves, and then minus 35 over 6, right? So, and that'll be equal to negative 22 over 3, right? So you kind of see how I'm doing it, right? We basically are just putting all the x's and all the constants together. And now I'm going to try and add these fractions, right? So usually the way that I add the fractions is I go ahead and do what is called cross multiplication. So I have 9 over 4 plus 14 over 9. I'm going to do, this is going to be 81 plus 56 over 36, which is 4 times 9. And again, this is all being multiplied by x, right? So then we have that, right, which is what, you know, what this is over here. It's that part. And then we also have a negative 3 halves minus 35 over 6. So that'll be, so again, we're going to just do, I can go ahead and multiply 3 on top and bottom here, and I get negative 9 over 6 minus 35 over 6, and that'll give me, I think it's negative 44 over 6, and if I reduce that, that'll give me negative 11 over 3. So really, this becomes negative 11 over 3. So now I put it all together. I have 9x, so I have basically what this was here. I have, so give me 1 second. So this is what I basically came up with, right? I just put it all together. So then finally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these two up over here because they both have an x on it. So I have 137 x over 36, and then again it's going to be minus 11 thirds equals negative 22 over 3. And I can take out the color coding, right? 137x over 36 minus 11 thirds equals negative 22 over 3. Now, finally, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do it. So we're going to get the common, either we can go ahead and add 11 thirds to both sides. So that's what we're going to do. We have 11 thirds, and we have 137x over 36 equals negative 11 over 3. Okay, so then you can either make these two have the same denominator, or you can cross multiply. Either way, it's going to give you the same answer. If I do, hold on, 137 over 36, and let's see, so 137 times 3 is 411, so this becomes 411x, and then 36 times negative 11 becomes negative 396. And so finally, you're just going to go ahead and divide both sides by 411, and that will give you 132 over 137, right? I believe that's what the answer is. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I made a small typo, guys. This is supposed to be negative 22 over 3, not negative 11 over 3. I'm so sorry. So this is going to be minus 22 over 3. Yeah, minus 22 over 3. And then this will be, so it's going to be minus 22 over 3 is equal to negative 22 over 3. And then, of course, this will be, so we just add 22 over 3 on both sides. And of course, I think we all know what the answer is going to be. 137x over 36 equals 0. So then if we just times 36 over 137 times 36 over 137, this cancels out and we get that x equals 0. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. I made that little tiny mistake over here. But that is how you do this problem. If anybody does have any questions about this, please do let me know. I did my best to explain it, even though it was kind of, I will say these are a little bit tricky to do. But like I said, if anybody has any questions whatsoever, please do let me know. And also, please like, comment, and or subscribe. And thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.